carbon credits and MRV. MRV stands for Measurement, Reporting and Verification, a process integral to measuring and tracking greenhouse gas emissions, reporting on these emissions, and verifying the accuracy and reliability of reported data. MRV plays a crucial role in climate change mitigation efforts for several reasons. Here we need to understand certain jargon related to carbon credits. Carbon offsets. Carbon offsets are investments made in projects that reduce or remove greenhouse gas emissions from the atmosphere. These projects can include activities like planting trees, investing in renewable energy projects, or supporting methane capture initiatives. Another aspect is carbon neutral. Being carbon neutral means that an entity such as a company, organization or individual has balanced its carbon emissions with an equivalent amount of carbon removal or offsetting activities. Achieving carbon neutrality typically involves measuring one's carbon footprint, reducing emissions as much as possible through efficient measures or other means, and then offsetting the remaining emissions through investments made in carbon offset projects. So they could buy the carbon credits from other agencies and become carbon neutral too. Carbon negative. Carbon negative goes a step beyond carbon neutrality. It means that an entity removes more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere than it emits, effectively creating a net reduction in atmospheric CO2 levels. This can be achieved through a combination of emissions reduction and carbon removal or offsetting activities. Retiring quality carbon credits refers to taking them out of circulation in carbon markets or offset programs, effectively rendering them unusable for further emissions offsetting purposes. This action is typically done to ensure that the carbon credits contribute to real and measurable emissions reductions or removals are not double counted or used multiple times to offset emissions. This action is typically done to ensure that the carbon credits contribute to real measurable emissions reductions or removals and are not double counted or used multiple times to offset emissions. Accountability and transparency. MRV provides a standardized and transparent framework for measuring and reporting emissions. This ensures accountability and enables tracking of progress over time, crucial for assessing the effectiveness of mitigation efforts. Policy development and implementation. MRV data informs the development and implementation of climate policies and strategies by policymakers. Accurate measurement and reporting allow policymakers to identify emission sources, prioritize sectors for mitigation actions, and design appropriate policy instruments. Emission reduction planning. MRV assists in formulating emission reduction plans and targets by quantifying emissions and assessing their sources. This enables decision makers to identify sectors with high mitigation potential and prioritize actions accordingly. Market mechanisms and financial support. MRV is essential for market-based mechanisms like emissions trading and carbon offset projects. It provides a transparent system for verifying emissions reductions, crucial for generating carbon offsets and attracting investment. Tracking progress towards climate goals. MRV helps track progress towards national and international climate goals, allowing stakeholders to monitor emissions reductions and assess the effectiveness of mitigation strategies. Trust and confidence. MRV builds trust among stakeholders, including governments, businesses, and the public. By providing reliable emission data, this fosters confidence in climate actions and enhances the credibility of climate reporting and commitments. Learning and improvement. MRV enables data collection and analysis for learning and improvement by tracking emissions and assessing the impact of mitigation actions. Policy makers can identify successful approaches and refine strategies over time. Challenges. Challenges associated with the implementation of MRV include data availability and quality, methodological complexity, resource constraints, capacity building, institutional frameworks, data management and sharing, international harmonization, verification, evolving policy landscapes, and continuous improvement efforts. Key considerations for MRV of carbon dioxide removal or greenhouse gas reduction include measurement, standardization, baseline determination, monitoring, reporting, verification, stakeholder engagement, long-term monitoring and liability, carbon accounting and registry systems, and continuous improvement. Technology driven innovation in MRV. Technology driven innovation in MRV includes remote sensing and earth observation, Internet of Things, devices, data analytics and big data, blockchain and distributed ledger technology, artificial intelligence and machine learning, mobile applications and citizen science, internet based platforms, open data and APIs. ERCs, emission reduction credits. ERCs play a significant role in the MRV process by establishing emission baselines, monitoring and reporting emissions, reductions, verification and validation, issuance and registration, trading and offsetting, compliance and reporting obligations, and ensuring additionality and preventing double counting. Proper MRV processes help establish the credibility and environmental integrity of ERCs, ensuring their effectiveness in addressing climate change mitigation.